Hi, Max. I'm really glad to be speaking to you about your experience as a practicing architect. You're one of the earliest users of Snaptrude. You're also a BIM expert with great credentials of working with international clients. So, I've actually organized a few questions so that you can better explain how your journey has been. So, let me start off with a very basic question where can you just define yourself as an architect and explain what's your design philosophy like?
Okay. Hi, Altaf. It's nice to talk to you. I would define myself as an architect, like being being a multi-purpose guy who is understanding spaces and its functions. I believe that to be able to design a space that can withstand the test of time, it needs to be tuned with the surrounding environment and needs of the people. So basically, I'm not just an architect. It's kind of to be a scientist, to be a biologist, to be an engineer, a little bit of everyone. And I think it's your duty as an architect to learn how to understand environment and its requirements. And the most important thing is to be brave and smart enough to let the nature and environment to convert the space to your hands.
Yeah, that definitely makes sense. So architecture indeed is a multifaceted profession, and environment or the nature plays an extremely crucial role in determining how the design shapes itself up. So just reflecting upon this, can you maybe show us a few of your work to highlight how nature or environment has had an effect on you in terms of your implementation of the designs?
Yeah, sure. I'll share my screen. Okay, so this is one of my last projects, which I made for myself, not for clients. It was just a pleasure to work on it. And since I moved to Montenegro, I just was very inspired by its beautiful nature, mountains and views, and wanted to do something like piece of art. And I always started with kind of site analysis and looking for the winds, so looking how it should be placed and stuff like this. So like common usual things. But in this particular project, I was drawing a little bit of the existing environment. I was just inspired and I had a lot of fun to just check in and look at what kind of trees grows, what grass, and you can see a lot of stones and stuff like this. So this is simple site plan because I wanted to make this building a little bit transparent, and you have the mountains and you should be able to see these mountains through the building. So I tried to to work on it, and I hope windows you can see through the building. So something like this, and you can see how I worked with the surface and with the natural stones. All terraces goes around. I'm not digging anything. I'm not digging out. I'm just going around and trying to be as gently as possible with existing nature over here. And I guess I wanted to show some respect to the nature by doing this.
Yeah, okay. That's pretty cool. Like that's some really interesting and inspiring work there. So I can very clearly see that the nature's influence in your design and it seeps through very naturally. So it would be very interesting to know who as a person, like which other personality has inspired you in your architecture profession.
Okay, so thank you so much. I think for me this nature, it's kind of main source of inspiration. This is sea, oceans, forests, wild animals, and their behavior. Well, of course, I have a favorite architect who has inspired me a lot, and it's Frank Lloyd Wright. And I think his architecture, his works, and all the projects are the most closest to my philosophy.
Awesome. So definitely Frank Lloyd Wright is one of the most inspiring personalities for not just architecture, but in general, any profession. And even I do like to read a lot about his work. So since we've been discussing how nature, environment has had influence on architecture and how it is all related, let's look at the other side of the coin, which is technology. So how do you see, what kind of role does technology have to play in architecture?
Okay, role of technology, it's already like quite pivotal, and it's required to create shapes and buildings as per needs of modern times. And it's a kind of starting point sometimes in architect's thought process. However, it should help you as an architect to draw and to make technical part, but it shouldn't draw instead of you. And I think that software which helps you to bring your identity, your architectural identity and artistic point into the project, this is something priceless and it's rare to find.
Yeah, very, very truly said. So I totally believe that technology is an enabler. And as you very clearly mentioned an example that it should enable an architect to draw, it should help an architect to draw, but not draw instead of you, because the creative aspects of the profession is where architects actually show their magic. So continuing on this conversation, so I would actually would like to know which is the coolest new software which you have come across, and what is it that makes it so cool?
Okay, that's a question connected to the previous one. I'm working almost every day, and with a complicated software, and you can see a lot of new software, but mostly they are based on the same idea, with very few differences in features and appearance. And however, the software that can understand and see your hand drawing, not just an overlay, but understand and convert it to the model, it really deserves attention. I tried Snaptrude, and on it you can simply upload a sketch and generate BIM model, and it could be done in minutes. And it's extremely easy to use. There is no need for 100 pages of manual or training sessions on YouTube. For me, it sounds amazing because I work a lot on complicated stuff where you need training, and even to make a small thing, to draw a wall or draw a roof. You're reading and watching a lot. And Snaptrude, you do a few clicks and you can see the result immediately. And it's not just a poor model. You have BIM and you have areas and all the BIM stuff. And it's very easy and fast, and you must use it to experience it.
Thank you so much, Max. There, so it's really encouraging and humbling to hear like about Snaptrude from your side. I hope your love for Snaptrude continues forever. So talking about love, I would like to move on to the fact that architecture is your love, is your passion. But if not for architect, like what would have interested you? What would you have become if not for an architect?
Okay, I like to be an architect, and I would try to stay an architect as long as I could. But of course, life is unpredictable, and sometimes I have to think about alternatives. And it's an easy. I could be a painter, sculptor, builder, maybe a CGI artist, because I love video games and stuff connected to it. But on the other side, I could be a fisherman because I love nature and life. Like to stay in natural environment and enjoy the sea. But my main point is to to work on something which not exists yet, and to help to bring it to life.
Yeah, those are some really very cool and interesting choices from a CGI artist to a fisherman. Thank you so much, Max. It was a really stimulating conversation, and we will be posting this video across all the social media handles. In addition to that, like how can the viewers reach out to you directly?
Okay, thank you, Altaf, too. I've enjoyed our conversation. You can talk. You can sorry, connect to me by the links below. It's the LinkedIn profile. It's my website, or you can send me email or watch my works on Instagram. Also link below. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Max. Thanks again. I look forward to having more such conversations with you. Hope you have a good day ahead. Let's catch up again sometime. Thank you so much.
Okay, bye.